Good morning, Kilbourne. This is your WKHS News for Friday, May 22nd, 2015. I'm Monica Thomas.
And I'm Audrey Wachtel. Have you ever wondered what all goes into your food? Abby Johnson and Hannah Byer tell us about GMOs and how they impact us.
Recently, Chipotle and Panera has come out and said that they are going GMO-free. Courtney Irwin explains what they are and what the health risks are to you eating with GMOs.
GMOs are genetically modified organisms, so that's going to include plants or animal products that have been in a laboratory modified for whatever reason. Usually it's creating or inserting genes for herbicide resistance or pesticide resistance. So it's kind of like naturally in the plant, for example, so they don't have to spray crops. Unfortunately, in the United States, there are no human studies done on the consumption of genetically modified organisms. So most of our crops, corn, soy, just about anything you could think of has, in the United States, uses genetically modified organisms. But unlike the FDA, which does trials, for example, if you have human, a trial drug, you will test it on animals and then test it on humans before it's made available to the public, the general public. We don't do that with GMOs. So the studies that we have not been done in the United States. They've been done in other countries, and most of them are relatively inconclusive. There have been some links to allergens and possible suggestions to relations or development of cancer, but they've been unsubstantiated.
Lately, Dr. Oz has been fighting to try to get GMO foods labeled.
Why is there a debate right now with Dr. Oz and GMOs?
Well, Dr. Oz, as well as a number of other scientists and medical professionals, believe that, our Food and Drug Administration should require labeling of products that have GMOs in it, because it's not just, on some instances, it's not just the crop itself, like corn or soy. We get a number of other things, amino acids, aspartame, high fructose corn syrup. So a lot of the stuff that we consume, isn't, it's not just talking about like buying an ear of corn or ears of corn from the produce section at Kroger. There's products in products that are made with GMOs. And so because we don't know all of the health risks associated with it at this point, a lot of people feel that it is the government's responsibility to force manufacturers to include that on the labels so consumers are aware of the fact that they are consuming GMOs.
Would you want GMOs labeled? Abby Johnson and Hannah Byer, WKHS News.
The boys lacrosse team has had an incredible season so far. Maya Happ and Katie Tomorrow give us details about how the regular season went.
We've been going hard for too long. Can't get enough.
The boys lacrosse team has had a dominant season. Junior Jared Happ and senior Tyler Rowe tell us about how the regular season turned out.
What's the strong suit of the team this season?
We have Vieira. He's playing defense, and he's a stud. And then we have Chris Reynolds, also Jules in the goal. He's just an animal.
How has the regular season been as a whole?
It's been pretty good. We were 13-3. We lost UA twice, which is always good. But as a whole, it's been great. Not much else you can ask for.
How about the team chemistry this year?
The team chemistry was always pretty good. It kind of hurt when Luke got hurt, and then it got better for a while. But then Joe got hurt, so now we're facing some adversity for sure.
The team heads into the first round of the tournament games next week. Help them with a strong start toward the state title. This has been Maya Happ and Katie Tomorrow, WKHS News.
The ATOD policy here at Kilbourne has been in place for several years now. Cassidy Watson talked to Athletic Director Jeff Todd about the policy and how it's enforced.
The Ravine recently published an article on the ATOD policy here at Kilbourne. A school-wide survey was sent out asking students for their opinion on the policy. 93% of surveyors know and understand the policy. In addition, 66% of students who took the survey believe that the policy is not enforced well enough. Mr. Todd defines ATOD and tells us what he believes the results mean.
What is the ATOD policy?
The alcohol, tobacco, and drug policy is a policy set up by the Worthington Board of Education, which lays out our expectations for our students and their non-use of alcohol, tobacco, and other drugs.
What concerns you about the results of the survey?
Well, obviously, we hope that it makes an impact on what our students do on the weekends or outside of school. We would hope that number would be higher than what the survey showed. But at the same time, what I see and what I see from coaches talking with our students, with our athletes, it's pretty prevalent in their conversations. I hear that from the coaches and the kids. So I think it is at the forefront of conversations, and that's what we hope for, that, again, it changes the behaviors outside of school.
Whether or not it is enforced equally, a majority of students view it as not enforced and undervalued. One student responded by saying that it isn't fair to the athletes who follow ATOD, who sometimes have to work twice as hard to get the same recognition and playing time that students who are violating policy receive. What do students believe the solution should be? Many suggested randomized drug testing, a bigger social media presence, and revisiting the self-referral portion of the policy. Regardless of changes to come, it is important to understand and follow the policy. Cassidy Watson, WKHS News.
Here at Kilbourne, we have many wonderful teachers that are retiring. Kahari Lindsay and Harvey Ripple talked to the teachers and staff about who all are retiring and what their plans are after Kilbourne.
There are 7 staff members retiring this year, including Linda Rice, David Miller, Ralph King, Bill Bates, Andy Prince, Sylvia Berry, and Patty Demme. A few of them tell us about their plans for retirement. How many years have you taught here at Kilbourne?
I've been here at Kilbourne for 4 years.
What do you do here at Kilbourne?
I'm an intervention specialist. I developed IEPs to help kids maximize their academic success.
What are your plans for retirement?
Well, immediate plans, I'm going to travel around the country and visit family and friends. My wife and I are going to take maybe a 8 to 12 week trip around the country. That's short term, but long term, I'm involved in my community and my church, and I garden a lot, and I'll be volunteering with different organizations.
What do you teach here at Kilbourne?
I teach math.
How many years have you taught at Kilbourne?
I've taught at Kilbourne 21 years, 24 years in Worthington. The first 3 were at Thomas. Sorry about that.
What are your plans for retirement?
For the first 6 months, I'm going to do anything I want, and that includes sleeping in. After that, I'll probably get a job. Not sure what job I'll get. I might work with Young Life. We'll see.
How many years have you worked here at Kilbourne?
I've been here 24 years since the building opened, and 37 for my career.
You teach here at Kilbourne?
Over the years, I've taught mostly global cultures and world history. I've also taught the Wellness for Life classes.
What are your plans for retirement?
I don't have anything solid yet. I'm going to take some time to travel in the summer and then look for something else to do that where I can be planning and organizing stuff.
How many years have you taught here at Kilbourne?
This is my 17th year here at Kilbourne and my 52nd year in education.
What do you teach here at Kilbourne?
Well, I am an English teacher, so I teach Honors English 2 and AP Lit. I've done that the last 4 or 5 years, and then prior to that I've taught a lot of other courses, speech and creative writing and great books and just about anything else that was put on my schedule.
What are your plans for retirement?
I've got lots of things. First thing I'm going to do is sleep in until 6 o'clock every morning instead of getting up at 4:30. I'm going to do some mentoring of new teachers. I'm going to do some writing about education. I plan to take some culinary arts classes at Columbus State, ride my motorcycle, work in my yard and garden, and do a lot of reading. I've already got a stack of books started, so I'm excited about reading.
Thank you for your service here at Kilbourne. You will be greatly missed. Kahari Lindsay, WKHS News.
Like all teams, the WKHS News would like to recognize its seniors. Aaron Ware and Harvey Riffle joined our team this year.
Don Brown has been with us taking Comtech, and beatbox champ Alex Posniak has been with us for 3 years. And Zach Walton, our student director, has been with us for 2 years.
The past 4 years here at Kilbourne have really been a memorable experience. For the last 2 years, I was really able to find my place with activities such as Drumline and WKHS News. I greatly encourage all of you to do the same and find something that you love. It's been a great honor delivering for you the daily news this past year, so here I am signing off for the last time. This has been your WKHS News. Thanks for watching, have a great summer, and I'll see you around.